Welcome to Lore Wild Rift Build. For this video, we are going to talk about Braum. Blessed with massive biceps and an even bigger heart, Braum is a beloved hero of the Freljord. Bearing an enchanted vault door as his shield, Braum roams the frozen north sporting a mustachioed smile as big as his muscles. A true friend to all those in need. Braum is a support tank that excels in defending his team while being an excellent crowd controller and initiator as well. Now for his abilities. Braum's passive is Concussive Blows. Braum's attack and first ability, Winter's Bite, applies a mark which stacks for every attack he and his allies make. After 4 stacks, the enemy is stunned. This has a cooldown per target, and during the cooldown period, Braum attacks will deal bonus magic damage. Concussive Blows can be applied to multiple targets at once, and Braum should apply his passive to as many champions as possible. His first ability is Winter's Bite. Winter's Bite sends out a chunk of ice which deals magic damage to the first enemy it hits, slowing them and giving them a stack of his passive. This ability scales with Braum's HP, so it deals a substantial amount of damage even without building damage items. Winter's Bite is great for applying his passive as a sort of mini initiation because it slows as well, which makes the enemy vulnerable to your teammates' attacks. Also, you can use this defensively to slow down enemies pursuing your allies. As Winter's Bite can apply the Concussive Blow passive, it can also activate the bonus damage when it hits an enemy champion that is recently stunned by Concussive Blows. Braum's second ability is Stand Behind Me. Stand Behind Me makes Braum dash to an ally champion and grants you and your target ally bonus armor and magic resist. This is Braum's only mobility ability, and it allows him to escape dangerous situations as long as there is an ally nearby. Braum can use this ability to dodge skill shots, but a better use for this ability is to block skill shots that are going to hit your carries. This technique works perfectly in combination with your third ability, Unbreakable. Speaking of the third ability, Unbreakable makes Braum raise his shield and negate the first projectile he receives in the direction his shield is facing, and then receive reduced damage on that direction for the rest of the ability's duration. Unbreakable will completely negate one projectile, and afterwards, abilities which deals AoE damage will only affect Braum when in this state, and projectiles which are supposed to pass through him will stop. Crowd control effects will still affect Braum, but his allies near him will not be affected. Braum's ultimate is Glacial Fissure. Glacial Fissure is an initiation ability which creates a fissure on the ground that extends towards a straight line. It deals magic damage and knocks up all enemies hit with a short knockup duration to enemies hit after the first champion hit. Afterwards, the fissure remains on the ground for a few seconds, slowing enemies. Glacial Fissure is a reliable and engage tool to start fights, but it is also a good disengage tool because of the knock-up and slow. It will give your team a good chance of escaping. Furthermore, even though Glacial Fissure is a big AoE ultimate, do not hesitate to use it against one champion if it is a priority champion like a Fed Mid or ADC. Now for Braum's items. Ionian Boots of Lucidity provides cooldown reduction, which is perfect when your dual lane is ahead and are playing aggressively. But if you are playing an equal or losing lane, Mercury Shreds or Ninja Tabais are a better option. Great with a Locket enchant for the team shield on demand. Next, get Deadman's Plate to increase your kill pressure with the added movement speed from the item as well as the bonus damage and slow on your first attack. Get Zig's Convergence for the Harbinger passive to slow down the enemy and enhance your ally's attack to burn the enemy when you activate your ultimate, which grants a huge power spike to your killing potential. Next, get Protector's Vow, which is a great item to counter burst damage champion because it grants a shield to you and to a nearby ally when you or the ally is damaged. Abyssal Mark increases your HP, magic resist, grants sustain bonus, and increases the magic damage received by enemies around you. And finally, Randuin's Omen is one of the best late game items to counter AD carries because attacking you when you have this item equipped will slow their attack speed and reduce their critical damage output. And now for Braum's runes. Font of Life marks enemies you have controlled. Allies who attack the marked enemies will be healed for each attack they make. Weakness makes enemies controlled by Braum take more damage from all sources for a short while. Loyalty increases your dual resistance as well as your allies. And Pack Hunter grants you bonus movement speed when near an ally, and each unique takedown with a unique ally will grant you and your ally bonus gold. That's all for this video. For the in-depth Braum text guide, visit our website lolwildriftbuild.com. There you'll find out additional information like Braum's pros and cons, ability progression, early and late game guide, his synergies and his counters. It's right there in the description below. Thank you for watching and see you again next time.